Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayo Bablo and you're in my corner. Thanks for tuning in. If it's your very first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always coming back. I'm glad that you always do. If you are yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button below and remember to always turn on your notification so that you can know when I drop a new video. Just like you have seen from the title of this video, if you're an international student in the UK and you want to know all about getting a Schengen visa, then you're in the right place. You definitely want to keep on watching. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. For those that don't know what a Schengen visa is, a Schengen visa is a short stay visa that allows you to travel to any members of states of the Schengen area. And there's so many countries in the Schengen area. We have France, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Malta, Greece. There are just so many countries in the Schengen area. The short stay visa that allows you to travel up to 90 days for tourism, business purpose, educational purpose, anything that you can think of. And as an international student in the UK, you definitely want to just explore, and this is a very good opportunity for you to get a Schengen visa and go into neighboring countries in Europe. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you all about the application, the amount I spent on it, and everything that will just make it easy for you whenever you want to do yours. To get this visa, you'd have to apply to a country first. Then if you want to go into neighboring areas later, you can, but you have to pick a country first to apply to. In this video, I'm going to be talking more about France because that was my first point of contact. But the good thing about it is that it's pretty the same for every other country. So once you are able to follow these steps here, you'll be able to use it to apply to any other Schengen country of your choice. The first thing is an application. You need to fill in an application to whichever country you are going to. So I filled in for France. In a short while, I'm going to be taking you through the application document itself. It's not a big deal. You can do it yourself. So first thing you do is to fill in an application form. Once you fill in the application form, you get a registration receipt. You're also going to be needing your supporting documents, and that's your passport, a valid passport that has at least 2 blank pages. Then you also be needing your BRP, your biometric residence permit, to show that you're a resident of the UK. And your BRP must be valid for at least 3 months before your entry. So if you have less than 3 month validity on your BRP, you will not be able to apply for this visa. So you'll be needing at least 3 months. Also, you'll be needing an ID photograph, just a passport ID photograph. That one, I took it at the biometric center. You're able to do that or just go into a photo booth. They usually have a specification, and the reason why my friends and I just chose to do it is because it was actually, no, I don't think it was any different, but we just wanted to be on the safer side. So we went to the TLS contact center to take the passport photograph, but there's a standardized photograph that will be needed. Also, another thing you're going to be needing is proof of travel. You need a return ticket to wherever you're going to, either a bus, train, plane, ferry, whatever it is that you're taking. You need to be able to show proof of travel, and that should be a return ticket. You're also going to be needing reservation for your accommodation. You book an hotel or wherever it is. You have to print out the document and show it to them. It must contain your name and all that. Also, you're going to be needing bank statement, a UK bank statement. So you're just going to print out the past 3 months and make sure that you have enough funds to show for proof of fund. Then you also have to show your socio-professional situation, and that's usually a letter from your employer or from school. And since you're an international student, you just get a letter from school showing that you're a student and all your details. In my own letter, I just show that, oh, this so person is a student of this university, and she has told us that she'll be going to France between this date and this date. Please allow her. We're going to be on break and we have no issues with that. So that was basically what the letter contained. You should show strong affiliation to your school. So that's why the letter is very important. Then you're also going to be needing travel insurance. It's the Schengen travel insurance. I'm going to be telling you how much I spent on it. I'm going to also link the website where I got it. I got from AXA Schengen. So you'd have to purchase a travel health insurance. And lastly, COVID pass. They didn't put it on the website, but later when they sent us the email for the biometric, we just added it to it. So your COVID pass is also important, even though they are relaxing on COVID regulations at the minute, but it's still important that you're able to show your COVID pass. So all of these things that I've mentioned, on the day of your biometric appointment, you'd have to compile them and take it to the center. So let's go into what the application form entails. I'm going to be reading from my phone just in case you see me looking down. So for me, I went to France Schengen visa application website. Once you put it on Google, you'll be able to get the official website. Then I start a new application. Even though we went as a group, let me just put it out there. If you're going as a group, there's a part in the application that says going as a group, but I think you should still do it individually. I think that group is saying if you're going with your immediate family members, that's what it means. So I think everyone should just do it individually. We did as individually to just avoid anything, but we went together as a group. Another thing is that for the proof of fund, if your spouse is going to be sponsoring you, you'll be adding your marriage certificate and their proof of fund. Also, lest I forget, your bank statement must carry your name, obviously, and your address. Just make sure that everything tallies. That's the important thing. On the website, they have stated different reasons why the visa is not like granted to people. So you should read through it. One of them is passports. You must meet the specification. I think one of them is your international passport. It must be okay. It must not be torn or anything like that. Another thing is your proof of fund. Everything. Just make sure that everything correlates. Just make sure your documents are in tune. Once you start a new application, you just ask for the basic things: your surname, your name, your given names, your date of birth, your place of birth, your country of birth, your current nationality, and all of that. Your gender, your marital status, your national identity number, if you want to put it. Then your travel documents. Remember, that's an ordinary passport. Don't make the mistake. It's an ordinary passport. Then another reason why it's denied is wrong number of travel document. Make sure that you write the correct number of your travel documents, and it's important that when you're filling this form, you make no mistake, because once you're done with the application form and you proceed to TLS for your biometrics, once you register that passport number, like it's going to be a little difficult to register in under registration, because once your passport number is unique to you, and once it's been registered, it's been registered. So please just be careful in doing that. Make sure that you check it and scrutinize it well. Then the dates of issued and when it's valid until. And then there's the one of if you're going with your family members, you put their name and the travel documents and all of that. Then your the applicant's home address and email address, where you live. Just make sure that it tallies, everything tallies. Where you live, your email address and your telephone number. Then residence in a country other than your country of nationality, and definitely they're just referring to your BRP. You input the correct number and you input your biometric resident permit number and when it's valid until. The next one is employer and employer's address, and for students, that's to do with your education. So your employer will be your university. You just put the name of your university as your employer and you put the address, the phone number, and all of that. Purpose of your journey: tourism. And then member of state of main destination. Just like I said, you have to pick a country that you're going into first. I put France. Then there's an option of members if you want to go into any other country. If you want to go into other countries, you have to put it there. But whichever country you're applying to, you must get to that country first. That's your first point of contact. That's your first point of entry. So if you want to go into other countries, you can also put it there. And then number of entries requested. We requested for multiple, and thankfully they gave us multiple entry. And have your fingerprints been collected previously for the purpose of applying for a Schengen visa? It was my first time, so I put no. But since I've put that in now, I think it's valid for 5 years. So I think we wouldn't have to be going for the biometrics again. I'm not so sure, but they told us that it's, the fingerprint is valid for 5 years. And if you've applied before, you need to like put in your reference number and all of that for the previous one. Then the next thing is your accommodation, wherever you're going to. So we put the name of our hotel. So we looked for an hotel. And we reserved it as a group. Thankfully for us, we paired up, so it's made. I'm going to come to how much we spent on all of that. So just put in the name of the hotel and make sure that you are booking it. We use booking.com, so just make sure that you're able to book, and then you print it out. You have a printout of it. You put the address, you put the phone number and the email, and then there is name and address of inviting company organization. That's if you're going for a conference or anything of such. Then cost of traveling, duration of applicant stay, and your means of support. So I put it, I'm going to be sponsoring myself and my means of support is cash. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like take your cash, but the other options are like traveler's check, credit card, and all of that. So I just have to go with cash. So, and if someone is sponsoring you, there's also that option if you want to take that option of somebody sponsoring you. So basically, that's why it's very simple. Just make sure that you are putting in the correct details. It's important that you're putting in the correct details. Now let's go to how much you spent. I know many people just want to know, how much did you spend on all of this? How much? It's not so expensive, I believe. It's not so expensive. So you fill a form first, then you're going to be given a reference number. So that reference number is the one that we use for your biometric registration. Once you're done with the application form, you're able to print it out. Then take the reference number, go to TLS contact, go to the one nearest to you, and you just go online. For me, I just check France TLS contacts like closer to me. So I got Manchester. I think there was one in London and Edinburgh, just depending on the area that you are. So I chose Manchester because it was closer to me than the others. Then I registered on that website with the reference number, filled in my passport number, all that details. Then after filling in all those details, you'll be asked to book your appointments. Then you pay a service charge of £29, about £30, let's say £30. Then you'll be able to book an appointment. Then, of course, you're going to pay for the application eventually, but you're going to pay that when you go for your biometrics in person. And that cost is €80, and that was about £66. So you're going to pay that when you get there, but you have to pay the service fee before you go to be able to book an appointment. When I also got to the center, I paid for courier service. It was £18, so that I wouldn't have to go back to Manchester to get it. It was £18. Then the hotel, like I said, we paired up, so it made it like very easy for us. We spent £147 each. Let's say about £150 anyway. Let's say £150 for 6 nights. It's not like a 5-star hotel, but it was comfortable. £150 for 6 nights. But it was actually very comfortable. So just don't go above your budget. Make sure that you're having fun. It's where you want to go, that you want to have fun, that you should focus on. Make sure that you're able to sleep and wake up in good condition. So it was that affordable. Then our flights. Do you know what, guys? If we had booked the flight earlier, it would have even been cheaper, because when we started this registration, the flight was maybe about £50 or so. But by the time we made up our mind to buy it, it was £80 return tickets. Then I forgot, you have to be able to, in the application form, you have to put the dates that you're going, when you want to go and when you want to return. Just make sure that you have made up your mind that during this time you're going to be free and you're going to be able to go. If you don't have somebody that works in that line, you might have to pay it and know that you're going, except you book a flexible ticket. So if you know that you're not going to be booking a flexible ticket and you want to save more money, just make up your mind that you're going at this time and you really go at that time. So all of these things, whenever you want to go for your biometrics, it's important that you take them along. Your application form, your registration receipts, your biometric residence permits, the original copy, and you also take a photocopy, your international passport and a photocopy, your COVID pass, your proof of fund, that's 3-month bank statement, your flight itinerary, a return ticket, then your hotel reservation, then letter from your school. That's pretty much all of it. Just go in, you thumbprint, and you're out, and you get the visa. Let me just show you mine. So that's pretty much. And then you get it stamped. Just make sure that everything you put into the documents align. Don't put you're going for 5 days and you book hotel for 1 day. Even if you're going to other countries, make sure that you have your hotel reservations for each of those countries and your flights, your itinerary. For me, I didn't want to go through that stress. I'm like, let me just go to France and enjoy France and come back. Once I pull this off, the next time maybe I'll be able to go through that stress of this country, that country, blah blah blah. But the thing is that you can actually go through train. So just make sure that you have your hotel reservations. That's very important. And that's it. That's pretty much all of it. And you see, In fact, we have come back safe. So that's pretty much all of it. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. I'm more than available to answer your questions. I want to also see you guys traveling, getting some exposure and all of that stuff. As international students, it's an opportunity for us to be able to explore. So please, let's do it. Just like I said, if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. If you're yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Please subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, and share with your other friends. Plan a trip, do something fun, enjoy yourself, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.